I know why you're all here today. You want to probably know why Jim Neal was up in Westchester yesterday at a rally for Donald Trump, a candidate for President of the United States. Am I correct?
Yes.
All right. First of all, I want to let each and every one of you and everybody out there know that what I did yesterday, I made a big mistake. It was selfish on my part because I didn't take into consideration the other candidates on the Democratic ballot that are going to be running with me, because this could not just impact my votes, but it could impact the votes of any Democrat on the ballot. And I want to apologize for my actions. You know, as the elected sheriff, I'm the chief law enforcement officer of the county. I serve everybody in Hamilton County, and I'm very proud of that. I work very hard to prioritize service to each and every one of the citizens of Hamilton County. I was very appreciative of Donald Trump's support of law enforcement, so I was there merely to show appreciation for his support of law enforcement in the United States, not just Hamilton County, but the United States. Again, I apologize to the other Democrats that are going to be sharing the ballot with Jim Neal. It was selfish on my part to not think of them when I attended this rally. But again, I want to reiterate that I appreciate Donald Trump's support of law enforcement. As law enforcement.
I'm sorry.
Any questions?
How did this all come about? You were invited to go to the Trump rally. Who initiated the invitation, and what was the original conversation?
I did receive an invite. It came in Saturday. I was notified via telephone call. I responded back Sunday morning, and with the message, that Donald, it was brought to me that Donald Trump, as you know, you hear him in the news like I do. He's not afraid to speak out in support of veterans. He's not afraid to speak out about supporting law enforcement. So as the elected chief law enforcement officer, I was there to show appreciation for his support of us. It had nothing to do with politics. It was about support.
Sheriff Jones was saying that he was speaking for you when he was introducing you and saying that you were there to support Trump. Was he mistaken?
I was there to support what Trump's support of us, but not there to support him. I'm a Democrat. Tomorrow I'll be using a Democrat ballot, and I'll be casting a vote for Hillary tomorrow.
Did that send a mixed message?
Obviously it did, but the message I was trying to send was that I appreciate the support that Donald Trump has of law enforcement. I wish more of the candidates for this office would come out and support us. We see tragedy day in and day out, and we're here to serve. And I just wish more came out in support of us.
I know you've kind of already stated it, but just to be clear, there are a lot of Democrats who are wondering today, is Sheriff Neal with us as a Democrat, or is Sheriff Neal with Donald Trump? Make that clear to the community.
I'm a Democrat. Like I say, tomorrow I'm going to be taking a Democrat ballot, and I'll be casting a vote for Hillary Clinton.
What kind of repair have you tried? I mean, beyond this, the party chairman is calling it a big mistake, and I believe has had conversation with you.
I'm calling it a big mistake as well, because I didn't think of my colleagues that are going to be on the same ballot with me. My decision to do this, I've been a police officer since 1981. I was elected as sheriff in 2012. I'm still performing as a peace officer. I'm not comfortable in the skin of a politician. So what you get with Jim Neal is what you get. I'm a public servant. I serve everybody. I do what I can to make sure that everybody in Hamilton County is safe. Public safety is my priority. And you all know my missions. You all know the list of accomplishments since we've taken office. I'm truly here to serve the people of Hamilton County as the sheriff. I'm not Don Trump. I'm Jim Neal, the sheriff of Hamilton County.
Do you think this is going to cause problems for you when your re-election is coming up?
Oh, it definitely could cause problems because I've probably alienated a lot of people in the base. But again, I was reacting as the sheriff of Hamilton County, the chief law enforcement officer of the county, supporting the support for us. I was there in appreciation for someone who supported us.
Do you think the Democratic candidates for president are not supportive enough of law enforcement?
I have not heard any other candidate come out and officially support law enforcement. Everybody looks at the wrongs that have happened with law enforcement and community relations, but not the positives. We try day in and day out to get as many of the positives out there that we do, day in and day out. Law enforcement is not evil. We're not demons. We're public servants. We're the first line of defense for all people in Hamilton County, regardless of your race, your religion, or your politics. Law enforcement serves everybody. I serve everybody.
So
and I am a Democrat.
you're saying you have not heard any other candidates support law enforcement in the way Donald Trump has spoken out about it. Does that include Hillary Clinton?
I've never heard any candidate other than Donald Trump come out in support of law enforcement. Maybe they did. I haven't heard. I probably tune in as much as anybody else to national news to keep up with the current affairs and politics, but I am aware of Mr. Trump supporting law enforcement, and I appreciate that. As the sheriff of Hamilton County, I appreciate that, but he's a Republican, I'm a Democrat. Our platforms are different. I don't condone everything that he believes in, but I do appreciate his support of law enforcement, and I'm
trying to get all these images square in my head, because there's the image of you with Donald Trump yesterday that was out there in a big way on video. There's the image of you here today saying, made a mistake, I'm a Democrat, I'm going to vote for Hillary Clinton. There's also the image of you in the same breath saying, Donald Trump's the only one that's speaking up for law enforcement.
Absolutely. Absolutely, he's the only one speaking up for law enforcement in a supportive manner, but I'm still a Democrat. I don't agree with his platform up and down. You know, he has his beliefs, I have my beliefs. And there's differences between Donald Trump and Jim Neal, just as there's differences between us. We're individuals. We're unique and different. Any other questions? Thank you.
Well, Donald Trump, you know, I mean, he might come back and campaign tomorrow. Would you be at his rally in the future?
I received an invite, and I had nothing to do with my seating. That was the seating that was saved for me. So I didn't pick where I sat at the rally. That was reserved for the Sheriff Jones and Sheriff Neal.
Do you think you were taken advantage of?
No. And like I said, as sheriff and as sheriff, I'm a big supporter of the men and women in law enforcement. And I appreciate his support of our men and women in law enforcement, and I was there out of appreciation. But again, ladies and gentlemen, I'm a Democrat, and I'll be taking a Democrat ballot tomorrow.
So when Sheriff Jones said you were there to support Trump, you don't think you were being used?
No. I've even folks, I misspeak all the time. I'm human, you know, so I don't have any problems with Sheriff Jones and what he spoke. Sheriff Jones did speak as a warm-up and got a chance to introduce the fact that there is a candidate in that race that was strongly against collective bargaining, and that's one of the main reasons, as you know, that I am a Democrat is because of Senate Bill 5, Issue 2. And that was subject matter that was brought out, that there are candidates out there that do not support law enforcement, firefighters, and school teachers, and our ability to bargain collectively. And that was brought out, and I agree with that. And that came from a Republican who disagreed with Senate Bill 5, Issue 2. And I support that. So Sheriff Jones and I agree on an issue, and that's Senate Bill 5, Issue 2, which was big issue in 2012. So.
If Trump comes here for another rally and extends his invitation, or someone extends an invitation to attend his event, will you go?
I know now that although I went as sheriff, I'm also an elected leader, and I have to look out for the best interests of the other Democrats that are on the ticket with me. It was wrong of me to do this and to cause harm to them, as you know. I'm willing to take the medicine that I did to myself, but it was wrong of me to do this on behalf of my colleagues in the party that are going to be on the same ticket. Thank you.